people frequently ask, well, what about real life? You know, here's this medicine, it works great in this trial, what about real life? And the cohort is as close to real life as we're going to get. It's our patients in the clinic coming to their appointments, and we gather that data together to try to see how some of the things that have been tested in clinical trials actually turn out in the cohort.
People's lives in North Carolina, we've focused a lot as a group, been very concerned about when people get into care. The longer the delay into care, the worse the illness.
The other thing that I think is also kind of remarkable is that our patients frequently participate in trials where they don't actually have any benefit. And they say, we want to participate because we want to help make a difference.
Yes.
And it shocks me because sometimes these people are pretty sick or they've been on a bunch of medications, and you say, well, you're probably not interested because you don't really get a lot out of this. You're going to give blood, but it might help someone else. And people say, oh, okay, well, I really want to give back. So it really is this nice kind of interaction from the patients to the scientists, and from the scientists to the patients. Right. And I think that's, really very satisfying part of the clinical core's work.
The two biggest advantages are it helps to improve patient care. So there's a direct influence on how we look after, how we provide care to our patients, and our patients can see that benefit. It's a visual benefit to them.
It just turns the whole dynamic around. It's a different model, and it says, not why should I be part of this, but this is something I am part of. This is of my community. So I feel like the code office has actually been driven by community voices, responsive to community input, and has changed the way in which the whole CFAR operates. There was an enormous opportunity for CFAR to both be relevant to the needs of the community and to hear those needs and integrate that into our research agenda. This is a way of harnessing community trust and support in a fashion that assures that the community will participate in the research projects, because they'll feel that they have some ownership of those projects. And out of that's going to come some great research, by the way. This is not separate from research. It's just going to open new avenues about how do you communicate public health messages and science back to the community and people.
The UNC CFAR and UNC holds itself responsible for the state in a kind of a unique way. As I indicated, it's not just the couple of thousand patients we take care of here. We also have a yearly symposium that about 400 to 500 people from around the state attend as an update on HIV, which is really the main update in this area.
The problems that many people in the CFAR work on come straight from the state and the need of the states, and the results feed right back into the policy decisions that are made by the state leaders.
We're doing projects in China, we're doing projects in Malawi, in Madagascar, in South Africa. I'm really lucky to have been able to work on research projects in all these different countries, and the outcome of that is seeing these trials come to fruition and getting results published and actually changing national policy in these countries, new ways that they're going to start giving HIV drugs.
But it's really fun to come in and see the variety of projects and know that we are making a difference in virtually every part of HIV. There's very little of HIV that we have not touched through our developmental awardees at some point in the last 11 years.
Being part of the CFAR and being part of the International Core has really put me in touch with work that I hope, at least to a small extent, I'm facilitating that actually does make a difference in the health of people who either are living with HIV or at risk for HIV. So that's quite an honor, actually, for me as a social scientist.
It's clear that what we do has helped many other people impact the fight against AIDS in many, many different ways.
I mean, there's concrete things we can point to in the AIDS epidemic. In Malawi, when I started out working there, the prevalence in our clinics, so the percentage of mothers that are HIV infected has dropped from 23% down to close to 10%. So, and it's continuing to drop. So it's really measurable gains that we've had in terms of both behavior change, medications, and we're ending up saving the U.S. taxpayer millions of dollars.